Hello, welcome to lesson 10. In this session, I would like to continue talking about the scale harmonization and especially the string skipping technique we learned in the previous two classes. I would like to talk more about how to connect all this string skipping technique on all the 8 different shapes we learned earlier, and also maybe in the later part I will mention how to use them as well. Briefly, maybe we will talk about how to connect all the shapes. We will talk about how to use them, for example, all this kind of stuff, like how to connect all the different shapes and by using the string skipping technique. So I hope you will have fun. Enjoy. So now if you remember the scale harmonization we did the earlier class on the lesson 8. So the chord pattern was G, then A minor, B minor, C, D, E minor, F sharp diminished, then you go to G, right? So either you can play in the bar chord here, G, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, E minor, then F sharp diminished, then you go to G bar chord. So go back, Do, Ti, Re, La, So, Fa, Mi, Re, Do. Alright, so if I talk about scale note, G, F sharp diminished, F sharp diminished, E minor, D, C, B minor, A minor, then G. Alright, so now I have reminded you how the scale harmonization was. It's slightly difficult to play a diminished chord here. Right? So let's play a string skipping technique over all the 7 shapes. Instead of playing a chord, the scale harmonizing chord, you play a string skipping technique, right? One in a sequence. So let me just show you with the metronome in 120 BPM one more time. So starting from G. Let's go to next, A minor. A minor, D minor. Minor, go to C major, go to D major, alright, D major, then go to E minor, E minor, then F sharp diminished, F sharp diminished chord, then go to G major here, so you should be slightly careful here because it's all cramped up here. The fret gaps are really small here, so you should be careful here. Either you can use this or you can use this 4th finger or the 3rd finger. Avoiding 4th finger will be better because it's so cramped out here. So maybe lesser finger here. Try to play with just finger number 1, 2 and 3. Or use the last note G note to play with the 4th finger. Try playing an 8 note pattern here. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so you can pick down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Alright, so this is 8 note pattern. Let me play for you again. Okay, so this is the lesson for today. This is what I want you to practice and try to combine them, major and minor. Maybe in future you don't have to play, in a sequence. When you play in a sequence, it is more like it is a lesson, or it is more like an exercise. But in future, when you start playing, so for example, I play G and C at the moment. So when you play this, it sounds like you're playing a guitar solo, or you're playing an arranged music. So suppose if I play it this way, you can improvise this way, and then you can mix. Suppose I'm playing, let me play like this: G, then go to C, then we play A minor and D. So this is one way you can try, So you can play around in this way, and then you can come up with interesting, solo pattern. It is more or less playing an arpeggio, but it's slightly different concept of playing arpeggio. You're just using a string skipping technique, or it can be a note skipping technique, So you can play around this way. In future, when you solo around, you don't have to even play the whole 6 string at one go. Maybe you can just try playing, So maybe that might sound interesting. So you can keep creating all interesting melody lines once you master them, how to play the note skipping technique. It's a little difficult, to play around. These are not meant to play really fast. It is a little difficult to play. It is not like you can't play like sweep picking technique. You're playing sweep picking technique here, but in this kind of concept you can't play sweep. You can't do a sweeping technique, or you can't expect yourself to play that fast. You should play slowly so that the notes are being audible. Otherwise, if you play fast, then it becomes more like a chord playing. So I will suggest you try to play slowly. Don't play that fast. Maybe this kind of playing, you can create an interesting riff also. So many things, man. So let's say you can mix the shape later on, You can mix them around. It sounds very interesting. Get familiar with all the different, 3 different shapes, 3 different patterns which we have learned today: major, minor and diminished. Until then, practice hard. Bye for now.